We're going to be drafting here very shortly. I'll put the draft timer up so everybody knows what's going on. So we'll be live drafting in T-minus, let's call it 11 minutes. And all right, let's call it 10 minutes. T-minus 10 minutes we'll be drafting here on the Fantasy Football Show here on YouTube. But we've got some news to break before we do that. We've got some phone calls to take, really the entire show. This is the Start Bench Show. This is here for you every Saturday night, Graveyard Shift. We're the only channel that I know of that does graveyard fantasy football like we do. So when you're scouring for content late at night, the night before your Sunday football, you're cracking midnight and you're still looking at your lineups. You know that I'm live here for you. We're doing it live. The Fantasy Football Show Graveyard Edition, Start Bench Show, week number 8 show begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
From the FantasyFootballShow.com news desk, here is your breaking news.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have some news here to report. Not everybody may have seen some of this, so we're going to break it all down as quickly as we can. Then we're going to get into a draft. We're going to get into Super Chats. This here here tonight, just official. We knew it was likely, but David Montgomery has been ruled out officially for week number 8 against the Raiders, which means that Jahmyr Gibbs is going to get a full course meal in a matchup that should grant him at least 100 total yards and a touchdown. Let's go, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Let's go, mashed potatoes!
Yeah, buddy.
Get him in your lineups. Get him in your lineups right this very second. He is an absolute monster waiting to happen in week number 8. Do we know what the future holds for Jahmyr Gibbs walking into the upcoming weeks? We do not. Bye week. Montgomery back. What in the heck happens at that point? I don't know. Your guess is frankly as good as mine, because I don't know what in the hell is going on over there in the minds of this coaching staff in Detroit when they've got this monster that rips off yards per carry like no other running back in the National Football League other than Achane, maybe Breece Hall. He literally is, I think, he has the ability to be a top 3 or 4 running back in yards per carry or yards per touch. He could be a 5-yard per carry running back. Reminds me of Jamal Charles meets Devon Achane, because if you watch these two run, there's very similar plays where their acceleration and ability to go through a hole, hit a gap, and watch defensive players, even defensive backs that have the angle, not be able to consolidate and corral him up. He just literally jogs 80% into the end zone, and Achane does the same thing. It's like this closing gap. I like to think of it like elevator doors closing, and no one's going to get through them. And Achane and Gibbs both jog. They're sprinting to our standards, but jogging through the elevator doors as they close. Every other human being they would have slammed shut before they even hit the doors. That's how it feels when these guys run between the gaps and the tackles. And this guy's a freaking gem right here, Jahmyr Gibbs. And it is Jahmyr Gibbs week. Start him if you've got him. You can't bench him. He's going out there like he did last week as the lone gunman, and he's going to go out there and explode. So get him in your lineup. Fantastic matchup, too, on this Monday night game. Raiders at the Detroit Lions. Detroit is going to be looking. They're going to be looking for a revenge game. They're going to be looking for establishing the run early, making sure that the run's not taken away. They didn't have Monty last week, and they didn't run the ball well at the beginning of the game, and I think they rectify that through Jahmyr Gibbs. I think they say, we've got to control the game flow. What was different about last week than the weeks with David Montgomery? We thought we had to change our game plan up. They don't need to change their game plan up. They need to run the damn ball and give this man about 100 yards on the ground is about due, I'd say.
Let's go, mashed potatoes!
Okay, so Gibbs, we got that out of the way. David Montgomery is out for week number 8. It's official, so buckle up, Buttercups. We're going for a Jahmyr Gibbs week. And then we got this man right here, Brock Purdy. We broke this earlier, just real quickly. He's been cleared. He's playing week number 8. Very shady stuff, if you ask me. This is the second player, I believe, this year, maybe second, maybe third, but I think it's the second that has been able to play the very next week after getting concussed. And the fact that he threw 2 INTs and everybody's blaming those interceptions on his concussion, that he was out there on the field continuing to play, makes him the best candidate I can think of to sit out the very next week, because he put his brain and his concussive state to the test more than anybody else who normally gets concussed. They walk off the field, they sit out the rest of the game, they put their brain through no more trauma. This guy put his brain through more taxing trauma while it was in concussive state. This is the one player that Shanahan should be saying, I don't care if you pass the protocol or not, you're not playing, I'm protecting you. But he doesn't protect his players. He's running his quarterback out there like he did in the playoffs when he tore his UCL, was removed for the game, and then he shoved him back out there when they lost all their quarterbacks and put Brock Purdy on the front lines. Just threw him out there to the wolves. That's what he's doing here. You could be a Niner fan. I love my Niner fans. I don't want my Niner fans to get too mad at me, but this is the truth. Cold, hard facts. He injures his quarterbacks. He injures his running backs. He injures his players because he makes these shoddy decisions that time and time again just put these players an inch closer to risk. And you can say what you want about, oh, it's football, players get hurt, but Brock Purdy, out of all players I can think of, if everybody else in the National Football League is sitting out the very next week, they're concussed almost every single time. Why is this guy that played with a concussion? I don't know, and I don't have the answers for you, but Brock Purdy is cleared. That is good news for Ayuk. That is good news for Christian McCaffrey. It's good news for everybody on the field because the offense will be more effective. But we'll have to see if it was truly concussions that caused him to play poorly last week, or if he is getting figured out by defenses, because his smarts are there, his processing abilities there, his arm strength is questionable, his leadership is great. There's a lot of pros and cons to Brock Purdy, but we'll see what he's really like in this contest against the Cincinnati Bengals. This game is in San Francisco. Joe Burrow's reportedly healed up and ready to go. He says his calf isn't bothering him anymore. We'll see if that's true. And Ja'Marr Chase is ready for what, maybe a 2 or 3 touchdown game, shall we? Let's send Joseph Burrow out there for a 3 to 4 touchdown game. People are getting burrowed left and right, and people are going to remember it.
Get burrowed.
Joe Burrow season is in full effect, so get ready for that one. This man right here, Derrick Henry, is not getting traded. I repeat, not getting traded. That is what the team is saying. Hey, Henry, we're not trading you, but maybe it's a bluff to get the interested parties, a.k.a. Baltimore Ravens, to up their offer. And the Baltimore Ravens are absolutely crazy to not go get this man and put him on the roster and absolutely make this thing easy for the Baltimore Ravens to march through the playoffs and be that team. Okay, it's that easy. It's a simple, amazing move. Go get Derrick Henry, 3rd round pick. Throw it out there. Why would the Baltimore Ravens not make this move? I don't even understand it, but they aren't. And a lot of teams, Buffalo should be doing it too. This is the same. He's obviously doesn't have a lot left in the tank, but you put him in the right situation, like in Baltimore, where you can have a defense not focused on shutting him down. In Tennessee, it's 8-man fronts, it's stacked boxes, it's brick walls, because who else is going to win the game? Nobody. So let's shut down Derrick Henry. In Baltimore, they have to watch where Lamar's at all times, spy him. They've got Flowers zipping around all over the field. They got other weapons like Andrews cutting across the middle. There's no way for a defense to focus on Derrick Henry, even if they know he's coming. And that's the way you get him in space. He's not great between the tackles anymore because he's not quick enough to hit the hole. He's great when he's out in open space. You throw the football to him, or you hand the ball to him, and you get him out there on some sort of sweep to the outside. And once he gets momentum, you can't take him down. It doesn't matter that he can't hit the hole. His quickness is dropped. If you get him in open space, he will be very effective for you for the amount of time he's able to do it. No one's saying he's an elite player on the consistent, especially between the tackles, but if a team acquires him that can use him properly, that can get him in open space, and Tennessee cannot, maybe you get the most out of this guy before the gas all runs out of in the tank. Jonathan Taylor, this is news that I think is going to go understated walking into this weekend. This weekend's games. Colts running back Zach Moss listed as questionable for Sunday's game due to an elbow. Wants to see how his foot feels once he puts pressure on it in pregame warm-ups and decide whether he can play. This is whether he's ready to play or not. This feels like it's going to be the JT game. This game at home against the New Orleans Saints. Look, the Saints are a good defense. It's a tough matchup, but I believe this will be the game that JT breaks out, and it'll be called JT Day for the remaining part of the season here. I think JT is going to have well over 100, 120 total yards, 1 to 2 touchdowns, at least the one. And this will be that 3, 4, 5 reception game. This is the game I feel JT comes to life. And this news couldn't come, and I'm not, no one's relishing injuries or celebrating injuries, but this news right here, Zach Moss is unable to go. This is like the wind blowing JT into the right storm. The perfect storm is here for JT to explode and have that big monster game. We already felt like we saw JT of old in a lot of spots last time he hit the field here last week. So we're feeling like he's scratching the surface of returning to the old form that we're so used to remembering. It's been a while, but JT, you've relished in holding him and getting this guy in a position to help you win a championship. He didn't really deliver the last 2 weeks. He kind of did last week, but he didn't really deliver once and upon his return. But I believe that time is here, and he's still got a lot of time. Week 8, Week 9, Week 10, Week 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That is 10 weeks for those of you that went to college. That's why your parents sent you. 10 weeks, we just counted on one hand. 10 weeks on one hand. That's what JT's bringing. What other running back can do that? On board JT train. It's going to be glorious. Can't wait. Appreciate everybody here. We got super chats galore piling up here. First super chat of the night gets a standing O, and that's from DeBalt. DeBalt getting the first super. DeBalt says, Gibbs time to shine. Let's go. His time to shine began last week, and like DeBalt said, it's continuing this week. Get ready for Gibbs season. Appreciate you. Alton Payne in the building. Appreciate you, broski. Thank you for dropping the super chat. This one here is from Derrick. Derrick says, pick 2 PPR DJ Moore, Dell, Garrett Wilson, and Olave Downs. Pick 2 PPR. Man, I'd probably say Garrett Wilson and Olave, but you're not crazy to want Downs in there. You're not crazy to want Dell in there. You're not crazy to want DJ Moore, although DJ Moore without Fields, I'm going to pass on that one right now. I would say, Derek, it's a crapshoot. You really have opportunity to make some trades before your trade deadline. I imagine it's week 10 or 11. You want to get on the horn and get some of these players dealt. You kind of got to sell high when guys do well, so you're kind of maybe subject to shipping off a guy that does well. Downs should be pretty tradable right now. Minshew loves him. I think, the Saints matchup is pretty damn good for Downs to be active in this game, the whole entire game right here in Indianapolis against the New Orleans Saints, because I do think the Saints D will put them in a position maybe to need to throw some, but the Saints have been spotty. I think it's very possible. That's why I think JT's going to be heavily involved. He's kind of matchup proof anyway, even if they have to throw, run, doesn't matter. JT will do well, but I think Downs is a very, very attractive play. I just don't think I personally could sit Olave or Garrett Wilson. If you want to sit one of them, sit. I guess sit Garrett Wilson, but I wouldn't. You need to figure out a way to play Downs as well in a flex or make a trade. You're the man, Elvis. 7-0. Rate this team. Devontae Adams, Kareem Hunt for JJ and Smith. Rate this trade. I'm sorry. Devontae Adams and Hunt for JJ and Devontae Smith. I would say that JJ and Devontae Smith by a freaking mile. And I'd almost say, even though I love Devontae Adams and what he's doing right now, Kareem Hunt's no long-term solution. He might be good this week, but Adams, Devontae Smith, JJ, you got him.
Got him.
I mean, easily got him, Elvis. That's a smash, bro. Avon, bench 1, Garrett Wilson, D. Smith, Walker, Addison. Probably, oh, man, that's so tough because, this Washington matchup, I think Devontae Smith's going to come back on a terror in this game. But I also believe this New York Giants matchup for Garrett Wilson's phenomenal. It's between one of those two. You're not sitting Addison. You're not sitting Walker. If I had to say, look, the worst offense is the Jets offense, and I do think Breece Hall has a day. I think Garrett Wilson probably does too, but I probably would sit Garrett Wilson. But this is one that could backfire on you 7 times out of 10. You're going to get it wrong more than you get it right because you have that many variables at play. Need to start 3, make a trade. Xavier, thank you for the $5 hauler. Need to start 3, Garrett Wilson, Ridley, Waddle, Flowers, Pickens, London, Dell. Probably going to go with Ridley, Garrett Wilson, and wow. Ridley, Garrett Wilson. Man, you two need to make a trade. This is tough, man. You're going to get this wrong more times than you get it right. As a group think we can't even get this one right. More than half the time. It's that there's too many moving parts here and good players. I'd say, for me, I'm going Ridley. I realize you probably doubt him, but like I said earlier, Ridley's a ride or die because if you put him on your bench, he will pop off. And if you put him in your lineup and he doesn't do well, you're gonna see that. You're going to continue to do it, and then you're going to sit him eventually. He is going to have big games and bad games. That's the nature of him stretching the field and playing that role for the Jaguars. Low conversion catches. Sometimes they'll land, sometimes they won't. When they land, he's got 100 yards and 2 touchdowns or 100 yards and a touchdown. When they don't, he'll have a 40-yard game. We see similar things from other players that are big-name players that have that kind of same role where they're downfield, stretching the field, low conversion, 30%, 20% catch rate passes, and they just have those games. He's had a lot of bad luck lately. I'm tired of making excuses for him, but the truth is I still am starting him almost no matter what, unless I'm sitting in a situation slightly better than this one. But I'm going to start Ridley. I'm going to probably say Pickens and Garrett Wilson. But Flowers and Waddle are extremely tough to sit, as is Dell. You're going to get this one wrong so many times. You've got to make a trade. Stroud or Burrow tomorrow. I'm going Burrow, but you're not crazy to go Stroud. That's a really good potential play. But I go Burrow. I'm not sitting Burrow. Burrow's a top 6 quarterback to me. Mahomes, Hall, Walker, Kincaid, Rice, Pickens, Gibbs. Very good squad here. I like it a lot. I think you're going to have a good day. I think you maybe need to keep an eye on, I don't know. There's not much you can sell here. I think I ride this team out. You're bye week free with Hall and Walker. Mahomes is unreal. This is a good team. You're just needing to kind of get lucky with Gibbs, Pickens, and Rice, and at least 2 of those guys to continue to ball out. If we get to near your end of your trade deadline and you're worried about your team, we could look at some options to divide and conquer some of the top 3 guys that you got. For right now, I say stand down. $5 hauler from Sir Smack. Appreciate you. Set my lineup: QB Goff, T-Law, Love. Okay, so obviously you're gonna. Well, not obviously. I'm gonna go T-Law. But that's me. Go Goff if you want safety. T-Law's high risk, high reward. Two running backs, Hall, Ramondre Swift. You're going to go Bijan and Hall. Your wide receivers are going to be Amon-Ra, Devontae Smith, and Pickens for me. Zay's, obviously a good play. If you want to sit Smith for Zay, I don't hate it, but I'm definitely not doing it myself. And flex Laporta 2 PPR tight end. I think your flex is another player, I imagine, and if it is, then I would say Swift and then Laporta. Nice team, great job, love the squad. You're going to do really well this week. Hold Up says $5 hauler, start Gibbs. Let me open the phone lines up. I know I saw a couple people trying to call when I was beginning the show. During a monologue, I don't answer any calls, no matter who it is, Marsmen, Moonmen, my mom, it doesn't matter. Because the monologue is there for, the intro, the beginning is there for the content, the news, the hitting you with what's important at this moment in time. Once we get through that, phone lines are not necessarily open, but they're open for any Marsmen that call in. So if I saw Rock Out, I think you were trying to call Rock Out. Rock Out, the phone line's now open for you, but no one else right now. Start any Marsmen. Start Gibbs or Devontae Adams till Jimmy G is back, and I feel like DJ Moore is going to have a day tomorrow, even with Fields out. Yeah. Start Gibbs over Devontae Adams? No, probably not. I'm starting Gibbs and Devontae Adams, but you can't sit Adams. Your Gibbs versus somebody else question is not involving Adams. Adams is not a guy in this conversation. Hold up, you need to make sure you're putting him in your lineup. Tristan, appreciate you. Traded Brian Robinson for Tank Dell and Pierce. Thoughts on my running backs now? Tony Pollard, Najee, Warren, Spears. Traded Brian Robinson for Tank Dell and Pierce. That's okay. Tank Dell for Pierce, it's okay. I'd rather have Tank Dell and Pierce than I would rather have Brian Robinson, just because I don't fully believe in Brian Robinson on the year. I don't love Najee. I trade Najee. Try and trade Najee by keep Warren. Feel like I won the trade. Yeah, I mean I like Tank Dell a lot. I think Pierce still could bounce back, so I don't mind this trade at all. I just don't know if it's like a home run or league winner. All right, rock out. You got 30, pal. What's up, my guy?
Yeah, I sent you a super.
Okay, rock out. Let me see. Rock out. There it is. Okay, rock out super chat is as follows. We'll be drafting here in just a few minutes, guys. Need to drop one. Love Purdy as my backup. I'd probably drop Purdy right now. But that could go either way. I mean, he could have a really good game this week, and then everybody's like, well, I guess he was concussed. I mean, but I really do like Love. I trust your gut.
Yeah, I've been on the fence on that.
I trust your gut because I don't feel like either is the wrong answer. I just feel like I don't know. I feel like Love is going to come around. I feel like Aaron Jones is going to change the offense once he gets back on track, and he gets back on track this week. But that's me. Chat can vote if they'd like to vote.
Yeah, and also I'm trying to figure out who I should try to get for Jumper's JJ.
I mean, we've been over this one. I'd say, Cup, but you're probably not going to get that anymore. You could try. A H-hand and receiver, H-hand and a freaking... I mean, I've seen people still get Lamb and H-hand. I've seen some people get Hall and Devontae Smith. I've seen some people get Olave and Hall. I've seen some people get JT and Ridley, JT and Smith. Those are all acceptable for JJ, given JJ's not coming back right away. But every week he gets closer, his value goes up and up and up and up. So you might as well hold him at some point. If you're not getting H-hand and Devontae Smith, if you're not getting H-hand and a beast, you're not getting Bijan and Ridley, Bijan and Devontae Smith. You're not getting Bijan and Olave, Aaron Jones and freaking Lamb. You're not getting that for JJ. You might as well hold him. All right, rock out. Call back when the line's open. Appreciate you. All right. I gotta get through these super chats real quick. Okay, so this next one right here is from Anthony. Anthony, appreciate you. $2 hauler, PPR, Najee or Henderson. I'm gonna say probably. Chat, what do we think on this? Najee or Henderson? Can you vote on that one, please? Najee or Henderson? Tristan, appreciate you on this question here. I would love to know what the chat thinks on that one. Let me put these super chats on screen. Thank you very much. Rock out, appreciate your super chat. Tristan, appreciate your second super chat here. Oscar, appreciate you dropping this one right here. Case, and we're going to do a live draft in a second, and I'll answer more super chats as they come in. Let me see if I can get, that's Ricardo. Ricardo, appreciate you. Ricardo, I'll put you right here. Sir, appreciate your super chat. We'll put you right here. And we got Pierce super chat, and then Anthony super chat, and that should catch us up here. What's the chat saying here on this? Najee, Henderson, Najee, Henderson, Hendo. Najee, says Logan. I don't know. I guess I roll with Najee one more time. Feel like there's a chance he scores. Henderson's probably safer, to be honest. He probably is. Henderson's probably safer. If you want safety, go Henderson. You want a little high risk, high reward with upside, I guess, of a touchdown that Najee could get. But then again, I mean, Henderson could score too. So I guess safety's Henderson, but high risk, high reward Najee. Trade away Swift, K9, and Diggs for Mahomes, Kupp, and JT. Yes. I take the Mahomes, Kupp, JT side. I like that a lot. That obviously depends a little bit on your quarterback situation and how that all unfolds, but I imagine that it's going to unfold nicely and you don't have like a Burrow or something. Full PPR flex, Henry or Flowers. I'm going to go probably Flowers. Oh, it's so tough. Like, even sitting Henry's just tough. Flowers is safer. Henry's high risk, high reward. Chat, can we get another vote on this one? Henry, Derrick Henry, or Zay Flowers? Can we please get a vote on that from the chat? Thank you very much. Can you go back to my lineup? There are 2 flexes. Flex. Okay, so you got Hall and Bijan. Swift is one of your flexes. You got Amon-Ra Pickens and Devontae Smith and Pickens, Devontae Smith. You only have one other player. Oh, you got Ramondre and Zay. So the question's really not set my lineup. It's, hey, Smitty, Ramondre or Zay, right? Because it's the only other 2 players you're listing. I would probably say give me Zay Flowers. Ramondre's tough. Chat, vote on that one too. Zay Flowers or Ramondre. That one's kind of tough. I admit that one's kind of tough. Thank you, sir. I don't know which one right now. I waver. I'm honestly wavering. I think Zay has a day. I think Zay Flowers has a day. I think Ramondre, once he gets back consistent, we'll play him every week. But I think we have every right to be like, hey, let's wait on Ramondre when we have an option like Zay Flowers. Because Zay Flowers, I think, has a touchdown. I think he scores this week. Can we please... Laporta's your tight end, though, bro. Do I start Laporta over Zay Flowers? I don't know. I guess I would go Laporta over Flowers for safety, but Flowers could outscore him. That's really close. I'd probably lean Laporta. If that's your other flex, if Zay Flowers, Ramondre, Laporta, I guess I'd go Laporta. My next best option, if that helps you, will be Zay Flowers. Saquon for Achane and Christian Watson. Did I get the W? I think a lot of people aren't going to like that trade, but I do. I don't necessarily, let me put it this way, I don't necessarily think you got him. I think you could have got a lot more because Achane is missing 2 games and then sits out a bye week, which, if other players, Watson's already has bye too. I think that's debatable, but I would say give me the Achane Watson side. I think Watson does bounce back this week too. And I'm not just saying that holding out hope and being, a double down Donnie or anything. I really believe it. My CMC for Walker and Jefferson. You take Walker and Jefferson, I think if you're 6-1, that's a really good trade. A very, very tough trade though. Wow. Unbelievable. Trade Purdy plus Henderson for Metcalf and White. Purdy and Henderson for Metcalf and White. Yeah, that's a really good trade. That's pretty much a got him trade. I would say that's a great job. And $4.99 holler here from Paul. Paul says too many options, big trade ideas, 10-team PPR, Burrow, ETN, Pollard, Chase. It's a good team. Swift, White. I'd probably get rid of James Cook or White and maybe couple them with a Metcalf, a Deontay, use Kyler, and just try and get yourself a bigger name piece. I mean, ETN and Pollard and Chase and Lamb and Burrow, I don't know if I touch that. Hawkinson, Hall, I don't think I touch any of that. I think maybe I try and upgrade Swift. Maybe use White to upgrade Swift, White and Swift, Debo and Swift, Metcalf and Swift. Try and go get yourself a potential JT Cooper Kupp, JJ, Devon Achane. I'm using that bench without really touching anything else. You know what I'm saying? So sit Swift for Zay. No, no. Swift is one of those flexes. So if that's the question, I'd say start Swift over Zay. I think you put too many names in there. Just let me know the question like this if you can, which is a little easier. But I'd say Swift is definitely the start over Zay for me. However, this is crazy because I'm feeling such a vibe on Flowers right now. So I'm saying Swift, and Swift is like kind of worrisome and like a little wobbly right now. So I guess I could rephrase it, and we'll have the chat vote on it. Chat vote on it, Swift or Zay Flowers. I would say Flowers is the safer play this week because I really feel like he's going to get fed. But Swift still has that capability to explode. I just think we're hitting almost a plateau with him, but he could push through it. That's the only reason why I'm not like telling people to sell Swift high, is because it, like a rookie, you hit a rookie wall. He's not an every down start. This is his like rookie year, essentially, in getting a full season, and so he's hitting that like almost that rookie wall, even though he's not a rookie, and he's either going to push through it or get hurt. And so I don't want to say he's not going to push through it. As soon as he pushes through it, he explodes. If he gets hurt when he's trying to push through the wall, then we're in trouble. But I mean, it's tough to say. I'd love to know what the chat thinks. Are we going Swift or Flowers? I'm going to go Swift. Put Swift in there for me. Swift seems to be the consensus in the chat. 0.5 PPR, bench 1, Gibbs, Bijan, Pollard, Swift, 3 and 4. I would say Gibbs, Bijan, Pollard, Swift. I would say give me Gibbs, Bijan, and Pollard. And in this case, because Swift is like another level down, that's a pretty easy one for me to bench. We got XDS with a 20. I'm coming for you, XDS. Let me just clear these other super chats real quickly. Thank you so much to the moon, XDS. Let me give you a moon shot while you wait for your $20 celebration here. Trade Cooper for Nico rest of season. Amari Cooper, I think you could get more for Amari Cooper. Just a couple weeks ago, Amari Cooper had like near top 10 wide receiver value. So, I know he's been dropping off a little bit, and you got the Watson situation's a mess. One of the reasons I was avoid Amari Cooper, but I still think you could get more, so I'd say negative on that. Team in my league has Komet, so he could use an upgrade, going to offer him Jacobs and Kincaid for JT. I like that. And Rashid Rice as well. I would say, yeah, go ahead and do that. Pros and cons, but like mostly pros, very few cons. Tristan, left out Pierce. Thanks, Smitty. Love the content. Appreciate you, Tristan. Thank you so much, Tristan. I don't know. You guys got to include the new question because I don't have that information anymore. I don't know what that even means. Left out Pierce. Hold on, Tristan. Just re-ask the question if you got a question. Let's see here. I don't see it, Tristan. Hold on. Because then I got to do a search here, and it's hard to find it again sometimes. I don't know, Tristan. I can't even find it anymore. I'm not sure what that means, but I don't think Pierce is moving the needle on anything, so I can tell you that right now, Tristan. Thank you very much for the super chat. $50 hauler from Christopher Smith coming in strong again tonight. I'm going to put that right over here, Christopher. I'm coming for both you and XDS. Asked this earlier this week, but you said to wait on it. Start Brian Robinson playing the Eagles or Foreman. I haven't heard enough negative stuff on Foreman to not start Foreman. I'm going to go Foreman personally. I think it's just a better matchup, and he had such good success. I doubt they're taking him off the field much. They'll probably put Roshan in, and I hope to God I'm wrong and Roshan goes nuts because I'm very much waiting for it, but I feel like the luck is not in favor of Roshan right now, just the way it kind of feels. Dark Knight coming in with a $2 hauler. Start one Christian Watson, D-Hop, or Hollywood. I think Hollywood's the safest play here, but I do love Christian Watson right now as a bounce back. But I think Hollywood's safest. Start Ramondre or Ridley. Ridley, for me, that's not even really a hesitation until Ramondre bounces back. And I know you could say the same thing about Ridley, but I believe in Ridley. I don't necessarily believe in Ramondre because I feel like there's a lot of moving parts there, whereas Ridley's coming down to consistency that's due to the type of role he's in, a lot of downfield passes, and I think he gets on track. Pick 3, full PPR, Bijan, Swift, Addison, Olave. Probably sitting Swift out of this group right. No, I'm probably sitting Olave out of this group right here. I don't know. Jack, that's tough. I'm starting Olave. Put Swift on the bench in this situation, and I try and make a trade. Flowers or Rashid Rice tomorrow. Rashid Rice is pretty safe And I think moving forward, he might be the better option. But this week, I think I'll go... you know what? I'm going to go Rice here. As much as I like Flowers, I think Rice is going to have a day. If anybody disagrees, please vote. XDS with a $20 hauler. Let's go.
Alert. Super chat alert. Alert. Super chat alert.
8. We'll go to 15. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. I plateaued a little bit too on my strength. It's weird. Like now it's harder for me to do some of them. But that's okay. We're getting stronger. I think we're bulking up. Your boy's getting stronger. Definitely trying to trim down by running as well. Jump rope, stuff like that. XDS coming in strong. Josh, Allen, Love, Bijan, ETN, Kamara, CD, Olave, Debo, Godwin, Rice, Achan, Devontae, Ridley, Devontae Smith. Damn, this is a big team, bro. Debo for Ridley. Yes, go get Ridley. Sent 50 trades so far. Calvin and Smith, only one he agreed to. Calvin Smith. What's the Smith here? I love Smith, but I don't want to give up Devontae Smith. I'd say give me Calvin Ridley over Debo. But I'm not trading Devontae Smith. Awesome trade if you get it done. I truly believe in that trade. I know a lot of people don't. People hate Calvin Ridley right now. And they're going to hate him even more. They're going to hate him even more if they bench him. Non-PPR 10-man, would you start? Oh, Christopher Smith, $50 hauler.
Alert. Super chat alert. Alert. Super chat alert.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ugh. I think another reason I'm tired is because I'm doing burpees at night too, and I'm running. So my arms are tired, from doing natural exercises like push-ups and stuff. Hey, Smitty, got Waddle, Olave, Bijan, Gibbs, Burrow, Laporta. Got one flex option open after Gabe Davis, big game. Start one of these three. Garrett Wilson, T. Higgins, Devonta Foreman. I think T. Higgins could have a good day, but give me Garrett Wilson. Great schedule. I think it all begins now. Playing like a low-end wide receiver one going forward. Put Garrett Wilson in, baby. We haven't done this in a while. Come on, man. Pick up.
Please leave your message after the tone.
Hey, man, it's Devontae Adams again. Call me back, bro.
In your eyes, the light that hit your eyes, incomplete flawless.
I really think Garrett Wilson has a good day, so I'll go Garrett Wilson. Appreciate you. Christopher Smith to the moon. For people that don't know, this is a man that when we put up, what was it? What scene did I put this on? What scene did I put up? What scene? Oh, this one.
He is a unicorn.
Anybody that drops a $100 hauler or more gets put on this board, I think, for the moment until we create something different. But Christopher Smith coming in with a $410 super chat the other night. Christopher, absolute monster. And Christopher, thank you for that $20 hauler. You are the man, the myth, the legend. Non-PPR 10-man, would you start Aaron Jones or Henderson? I go Aaron Jones. I think he starts to bounce back. Would you start Amari Cooper or Rice? I go Rice here, but it's not safe. It's a high risk, high reward play. Your advice always kicks ass. Thank you. Appreciate you, Tyler. Chat, Mari Cooper or Rashee Rice? I go Aaron Jones, but Mari Cooper, Rashee Rice, I need a vote on that from the chat. Please vote for our boy. Thank you, my guy. Appreciate you. And let me get all these on screen here. And then we're about to draft here. As soon as I clear these off, we're going into draft mode, phone call mode, and super chat answering mode. Patrick, please rank Waddle, Gibbs, Pickens, Ayuk, rest of season, please. I would say rest of season, probably going to be, I hate to say it because this is just how we have to be cautiously optimistic. I don't know that we can put unicorn men. That's pretty good, Nachi. The unicorn men. I think that's true. They are. The unicorn. You want to be a unicorn man, you got to drop a hundy, or a unicorn woman as well. Let's see here. Please rank Waddle, Gibbs, Pickens, Ayuk. I don't know. This is like, honestly, Patrick, I don't know that this is a really easy thing to do and kind of hard because there's moving parts to Gibbs. We have to make predictions that it's not smart to even tell you what, because no one knows what's going to happen with Gibbs. I'd say if Gibbs remains a focal point like Achane is in his offense, like 50% of it, he's going to be like number one or number two. He could also be the last one on this list. I think Pickens is the most secure. Ayuk's the second most secure. Waddle's the third, and Gibbs is the fourth in terms of security. But I think Gibbs has the most upside. I think Waddle has huge upside too. I think Pickens could be a top 8 wide receiver or number 18 going forward. I'd be lying to you if I said I felt even good with my ranking and walking away from it and not coming back and re-ranking it the next second. It's like that tough. I just think Gibbs has the most appeal. Pickens is probably the most talented wide receiver of those guys. Start Mayer or Nico, or Myers or Nico. I'd probably go Nico this week. Sit one, Bijan, Brees, JT, Gibbs. I'm probably sitting, I guess, Bijan. How do you even know? God, bro. Chat, are we sitting JT or Bijan? We're not sitting Gibbs. We're not sitting Brees. JT or Bijan? I guess because of the volatility of Bijan lately, he's the sit of this monster 4 that you have. Not many have those options, so you'll rarely ever hear me say don't start Bijan, but you have a monster crew. I would say that's probably the logical choice, but could it backfire? Absolutely, and I hope it does. No offense. I hope Bijan goes absolutely crazy. So I don't know. Let's see what the chat thinks on this one, but good Lord, man, you got to make a trade. Like anybody approaching their trade deadline and you're not moving a player like that and helping your wide receiver room, it's really, really hard. $5 hauler, 12-man T-Law, Purdy, bench. I'm 6-1. What moves can you make? I mean, Etienne, Gibbs, Jahmyr, Chase, Ayuk, Downs is a good team, but am I trading, if I can, some sort of like quarterback upgrade? Jahmyr, look, this team's good, but I don't know that it's the best team in the league. I don't know if it's even top 3. And you're 6-1, but I feel like there's either some injuries or people on IR you didn't mention. I'd say Jahmyr Chase, Etienne, Gibbs, and Purdy, T-Law. It feels a little light. I'm not going to lie to you. I think the divide and conquer of Jahmyr Chase might be required, and I would do it now before it's too late. I would do it now while you can still divide Jahmyr Chase into a Cooper Kupp and a freaking different player. Like, you know, it might not be a huge player if you do Kupp, but if you go Achane and really sky's the limit underneath Diggs as far as receiver, you could add to Achane to get Jahmyr Chase. You know, whether it's Devonta Smith and Achane, or Jonathan Taylor and Devonta Smith, or Garrett Wilson and Achane, or Garrett Wilson and JT. I think you really can get yourself in a little bit safer situation. Don't force it. Don't do a dumb trade. And I'd say even in fact, bring it here before you do it, because maybe I misspoke on one of those combos too, and I want to make sure you get the right trade for your team. So bring it to us. Rank your top 3 from this list: Garrett Wilson, Olave, Ridley, Dell, Pickens, Pacheco. Is this the one I already did? This looks exactly the same as that other one. Maybe it's a little different. I guess rank my top 3. This week, I would say give me Ridley, Garrett Wilson, Olave. But how do you put Pickens on the bench and Pacheco? Pacheco over Olave. Pacheco's safer. Pacheco, Ridley, Olave. Or Pacheco, Olave, Pickens. Any combination there, Tony's fine. But I personally would go Pacheco, Ridley, Olave. I don't know how I'm going to sit Pickens, but you got to make a trade, Tony. You got to make a trade. The team is fire. No needed. Just wanted to say thank you. SF Flood, appreciate the $20 holler.
Alert. Super chat alert. Alert. Super chat alert.
7, 8, 9, 10. I do need to pick up some 35s because I know I'm going to push through the 25s. SF Flood, thank you for the 20.
To the moon.
To the moon, SF Flood. Appreciate you. Good luck tomorrow with your Niners. Stevenson or Aaron Jones. Give me Aaron Jones. He's just safer. He's just safer. And Terry Roberts, because you rock, Smitty. Thank you for all your hard work, for all the best show ever with the best chat. Love all of you guys. Go get them. Get a W. Terry Roberts to the moon. Terry Roberts, thank you for being an amazing moderator. You are the man, the myth, the legend. XDS, if I do get Ridley, do I play him over any of Bijan, Olave, Lamb? Not this week, no. I'm still starting Bijan over Ridley, but it's a good player to get, bro. Very good player to get. Last roster spot limit, 3 running back, 5 wide receiver. Should I make any more trades I should make with the roster? Let me go pull it back up again. Hold on, XDS. Here it is. I mean, it's a deep freaking team, bro. Saquon, go get Eckler before the game. Saquon, get Eckler. Saquon, and throw in Godwin. Saquon, I'd throw in Godwin. I'd throw in CJ Stroud if they need a quarterback. I really like you getting Holden Achan, Monty and Debo, Monty and Debo for Eckler. Those are all great moves, bro. You can pull off something like that without touching the bigger guns. Very, very solid, my guy. Very, very, very solid. We got another one right here from Guy McFly, $10 holler from Guy McFly. Appreciate you very much. Trying to get to the draft, guys. Hang tight. They keep coming, and I appreciate you all. Which 3 do I start out of these 5? Higgins, Garrett Wilson, Pickens, Addison, Palmer. Which 3? Addison, Pickens, and Garrett Wilson for me. That's pretty easy. This one's a $2 holler. Need to move CMC. What do you do, I think is what you're trying to say, to move CMC? Got JJ and K9. I scared. I would say move CMC. You need to, we talked about this a little earlier. To move CMC, you need to get Eckler and like Devonta Smith, Eckler and a wide receiver. An Achan. Did you say that you have Achan? I don't think you did. An Achan and a Cup for CMC. Like, that's not even enough, probably. Like, you almost get more. A quarterback upgrade if you don't have an amazing quarterback with an Achan. You know, you literally could get a Jalen Hurts and an Achan for Christian McCaffrey and probably still get a little more. You could get Breece Hall and Devonta Smith and maybe an Achan. Like, you can get the world for Christian McCaffrey. But a good starting point would be Bijan or Eckler or Hall or Taylor or Cup. And then you just start adding to it depending on what that person owns. But you have to make sure it's enough. In some cases, those 2 of those guys aren't enough. So I definitely would consider moving them. But if you need to, if you're not going to win with them, then why let the house burn to the ground? If Christopher Smith, $50 hauler. Smitty gonna be swole by the end of the year. Let's go 20.
Alert. Super chat alert. Alert. Super chat alert.
8, Thank you, Christopher. That's a $50 hauler. What is he doing? What is this guy doing? He is a unicorn again.
He is a unicorn.
This guy's amazing, Christopher. Appreciate you. And now it is time to draft. Go to Underdog Fantasy using promo code Smitty. The link is being dropped in the live chat as we speak right this second. I'm going to pin said link as well. So we are jumping into Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty right this very second. The link is in the live chat. The link is in the description of every video. Promo code Smitty will do the same exact thing. So drop promo code Smitty. Let me drop that link right now again. There it is. And let me pin the link right now in the live chat. Give me a second. Here we go. Pin message. Okay, I pinned it in the live chat. So if anybody would like to draft with us, go to Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. And we're going to get right into it. We're going to go. Hold on one second. All right, there we go. All right, we're going to go right to the draft tab at the bottom left. We're going to be on the main screen, the home. See, the home is highlighted. We're going to go into Battle Royale Week 8, which is the first card. Battle Royale Week 8. Again, Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. The link is pinned in the live chat. The link is in the description of every video. Underdog will double your first deposit up to $500 for a limited time by using code Smitty. The link inserts code Smitty for you. You can insert code Smitty yourself if you download the app. And if you're watching the replay, the link is in the description of every video. So sign up now if you're watching the replay so you can get into the next draft without trying to scramble to sign up. Minimum of $10 too. You don't have to do 500. You don't have to do 100. You don't have to do any of that. You can do $10. They'll give you $10. They'll double your first deposit up to 500. Okay, so click on the green button. There's a little bit of a YouTube delay, so I'm going to wait until I'm watching the live screen on the side here, and it's about 10, 12 seconds behind. And so I'm going to jump in as soon as I see the button, the green button on the screen here. So we are all synced up. You should have already hit it by the time you're hearing this. And right here, right now, I see the screen popping up, and I'm going to hit the green button now. They're doing this to me every time. I don't know what it is about my phone, but I got to turn on airplane mode so I can recapture my location and jump in. Let me see if I can still get in. Hopefully I don't miss the draft with you guys. Hang tight, hang tight. There it is. Okay, we're in. Also might be because I'm plugged into my computer and it's trying to capture the location. I don't know. It's weird. One more to start. Go to board view here, and we'll be drafting in a Week 8 only contest. SF Flood. This is for all the followers. If you're a Niners fan, support RSF 49ers live. Yeah, go follow my boy Raj, youtube.com/RSF 49ers live. He added live onto the end of it. Go follow our boy Raj. Thank you, SF Flood, for the super chat. Another 20.
Alert. Super chat alert.
$20 super chat. $20 super chat.
Alert. Super chat alert.
9, 10. Thank you, SF Flood. Appreciate you. Draft begins in 17 seconds. SF Flood to the moon.
To the moon.
My guy. Dropping 220 wads. What a monster. What a monster. Some of you are absolute straight monsters. SF Flood with the 20. Christopher with the 50. SF Flood with the 20. Christopher with the 50. XDS with a 20. Somebody else dropped a 20. I know I'm missing somebody. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Let me know and I'll take a lap for it. But and Ben's, I don't know, Ben's, if I answered this one. I don't think I did. Terry Roberts, Marsman, what's up, my guy?
Hey, bro. I'm calling in the middle of the show for a very important reason. Travis and I are in the Mars Men League together, and we're trying to negotiate a trade, and I hit the wrong button just now.
Uh-oh.
I'm like,
That's bad. So let me just tell you, in the rules we have that there's no reversing trades if people hit the wrong button because it's a big boy league. But we did already reverse one trade that happened like that. Hold on 1 second. I'm on the clock here.
Okay, because I was trying to hit negotiate and look around.
Yeah.
And I did that. I hit the
yeah. The problem with that is this has happened to Travis twice now. And we reversed it on Travis. Was a good sport to do it last time, but it warns you when you're hitting accept. If you hit accept, it says, "Are you sure?" I think it says, "Are you sure you want to make this trade?" And you have to literally hit accept again. So Travis, if you're out there, you can call in, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna be okay with it. But man, that's tough. Yeah. You guys gotta watch. Did you just do it? Did you just do it?
I'm trying to look around. I'm like, oh, man.
Did you just do it?
Yeah, we just did it, like, not even 20 seconds ago.
Okay, well, at least you called it out right away. But, Travis, if you're around, dial in. This is, here's Travis. Let's see what Travis says. And what Travis can just send it back to you if he wants to. Travis, what are we doing here? Travis?
Yeah.
Travis?
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, what's up, Travis?
Nothing. I'll reverse it only because it's Terry. Anyone else, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah, because, dude, I'm sorry, dude, because I was like, I'm trying to.
No, you're good, Terry. It's just funny how it's like I'm not saying it about you, Terry, but it's funny how this is the second time it's happened to me. Someone's hit the button accidentally.
And I will say it sucks that it's happening to the same guy, and he's being like such a good sport about it. And we have it. We have it in the rules that it whatever happens. I wrote it in that pinned message, but Travis has been really cool about it.
He wrote a message right away, and honestly, like, no offense to the rest of the group, I like the rest of the group, but. Like Terry does a lot for the show, and Terry's a straight up guy. And
can I ask what the trade was?
Yeah, I'm trying to get Lamar Jackson and what Terry, do you care? So,
tell me the trade.
Well, I'm looking around on your team, bro.
No. Hold on. No, I want to know what trade went through that we're reversing. What's the trade?
Yeah.
So, go ahead, Terry.
He wants Lamar Jackson, Jamar Chase, and Jerry Jeudy, and something else with it.
Okay, so that's
there was a bunch of players with it.
That's what he got, and then what did you get?
So I would get Lamar Jackson and Jamar Chase, and I sent him Jalen Hurts, Javonte Williams, Julian McLaughlin, and Jerry Jeudy. So that was the opening offer or whatever.
And I was trying to look around, see what else. I mean, you know how you can do the counter? That's what I was trying to put.
Yeah.
And I made a mistake.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm sorry.
Poor Travis. I feel so bad for him. This is the second time. Like, I mean, how frustrating.
Both times with Jamar Chase too.
Yeah, how frustrating is that? Yeah. Everybody watching right now. What's everybody saying here? Mod collusion, though. So, hey, if you guys could, if Terry, you could send the exact trade, or Travis send the exact trade back, and then just hit accept. That's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah,
just send it back.
And then if Terry, if you wanna just talk in the DMs, and we'll see if we can figure something out.
Yeah.
If not,
I don't ever make that mistake, and I was like listening to Smitty in the background trying to do that, and I went,
Sure, blame it on me, Terry. Blame it on me.
Cool. Yeah.
Smitty was distracting him. I mean,
That was Smitty's fault.
hey,
I do have to call out Sick Nasty though. He's trying to be a little trade manipulator here, talking in the chat of the league and the chat for the live here.
yeah. Hey, you know what's so funny about it? Once Travis makes this trade back, we'll put the trade up and go, Travis, this is a horrible trade. Why would you?
No, because what I want to do is look around. I was making a counter offer.
Well, Terry, when you're going, just make sure if you're going to buy a car, Terry, tomorrow, you don't bring a blank check, set it down on the desk, and drive the car away. Okay, because that's kind of what you did in this situation. And to be fair,
marker.
To be fair, I got Rock out on the line. To be fair, I think it asks you and confirms, are you sure you want to make this trade? I guess what people are doing is, I guess people are assuming it's saying, are you sure you want to decline this trade, is what they might be thinking it's saying. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, just
I thought I hit. Honestly, I thought I hit the counter. I went, oh no.
Reference, like, I'm not going back again. If someone else makes a mistake, everyone should be well aware and be careful for now.
Yeah, that was my fault.
Well, let me put this on for the record. Travis will not do this again. Okay, for everybody watching right now, okay? This guy's been through enough. He's literally had his heart broken twice now. There's nothing worse. This is why I put it in the rules, though. I did put in the rules. If it happens, it happens, and everyone has to live with it. That's bottom line. That's why Travis has been kind enough to do this twice in a row. But the reason I did that is there's nothing worse than doing something and not knowing it's secure. That's the whole reason of the trade. The trade goes through. It's complete. No vetoes, no nothing, and everybody should feel confident that nothing can happen at that point. You can go cut players, you can go have this negotiation now, you can go to sleep you can sleep like a baby. It's like next year we're going to put something in where no matter what the person wants to do, we're not reversing it. Just that way so Travis doesn't have to feel bad about not doing that.
Honestly, I don't care that much because I know that like Terry, I for sure believe, and the other guy that did it, he said he was driving or something, and I know people are foolish with doing crap like
That's
that.
my boy.
So, I mean, it can happen, but I think in the future it should basically be like I kind of agree with you, Smitty, like how right away, but I mean, there's also been trades too where people hit the accept button and go, "Oh, I shouldn't have done that." I'm not saying Terry did that, but I've been in situations where you can tell people have done that too.
Yeah.
You know?
Here's the team so far that I got, guys, in this draft. I got Patrick Mahomes, Jonathan Taylor, Kenneth Walker, A.J. Brown, Puka Nacua, and George Kittle. Pretty solid, I think, week number 18. Let's jump into one more. The highest scoring team in this one was, it looks like I was like third or something. We have our third or fourth. No, third. I think I was third. This one right here. Hurts, Kamara, Pacheco, Chase, Pickens, Goddard, very good. And this one up here, Cameron, Lamar, McCaffrey, Pollard, Ayuk, Collins, Nico Collins, and Ingram. All right, so for those of you on the phone line, if you're going to jump in with me, you're going to hit the green button when I do. Everybody else, hit it now. And when we see the green button pop up on the YouTube stream, I'm going to hit it and get in. So, because there's a little bit of a delay. So, I'll tell you guys on the phone if you guys are even doing it. I don't know if you are. Rock out. What can we do for you?
Yeah. Are we playing Terry over Roshan and Javonte?
I think when I plug my phone into the computer, that's when it's asking me to verify. It's picking up that it's potentially a new location because it's hard line plugged into the phone or into the computer. So when I unplug it, I can join. It's making me do that's crazy. I'm sorry. Ask me the question one more time.
Are we playing Scary Terry over Javonte Williams or Roshan?
Yeah. If I heard something more spectacular news-wise about Roshan, I'd go Roshan. But Scary Terry's as long as he's healthy and good to go. Real quickly, let me hit these super chats real quick, guys. Bench 3, K9, Ridley, London, Dell, Olave, Watson, bench 3. I guess I'm starting. Let me just give you my order. I'll say, and you can determine it from there. I'd say K9 is my number 1 here. Olave, Ridley, London, Watson, Dell, in that order, Tyler. That's my order. But that's a really, really good one. Let me just see if I had any other super chats. Ben says Achane, Eckler, Gibbs, Bijan, DJ Moore, Amari, Christian Watson, Debo, 3 and 4. Trade Bijan for Brees and a wide receiver. Yeah, it depends on what wide receiver. If you can get Addison or Waddle, that's a home run. Even Thielen's probably good. Like Downs, honestly, Brees Hall over Bijan anyway. So I'd say get any one of those wide receivers. I love Bijan, but Brees Hall is already there. That's what we hope. If we get Bijan to play like Brees Hall, that's what we want. That's what we're all waiting for. So I'm going to say go ahead and smash that trade no matter what, but I would try and get Addison or Waddle, one of the two there, then Thielen, then Downs. But I would take any one of those trades. That's fantastic, bro. And Rye Guy McFly, Rice or Mixon, I go Rashid Rice this week. I like him a lot. XDS, you missed he has in the middle of the roster super. My team is the first half. My bad for not spacing it, trying to save trades is draft. I'll have to look XDS on what I missed here. I still don't understand it, but I'll pull it up here in a second. Actually, let me pull it up right now. Hold on. SF Flood dropping another $20 hauler, but that didn't really clarify it for me. Hold on, XDS. Let me go to the original super chat and see if I can. I don't know if it was this one here. If I do get Ridley, do I play him over any of Bijan, Olave, Lamb? Okay, so the answer was no to that. Any more? Let me pull up this right here. Standard. So what are you saying here? You missed he has in the middle. He has in the middle. Okay. He has. Oh, gotcha. He has Jalen, CJ, Saquon, Achane, gotcha. I thought this was your whole team. It was all smashed together. I gotcha. Okay. So your question is Debo for Ridley. Yeah. And as far as the other trade, I think you were asking me any other trades you should make for his team. I would say I love Achane. Now that I know he has Achane, I'm going after Achane. I'm going after. Am I on the clock here? Oh, I'm going to time out here. Hold on. Oh, baby. Patty Mahomes season. Let's go. Let's ride. I got Patty Mahomes and Kelsey in the stack. Fantastic. I'm going after Debo, bro. And if I'm trading somebody away, I'm sorry, not Debo. I'm going after Achane. If I'm trading somebody away, I would love to get rid of Godwin and Debo for Achane. I'd love to get rid of Debo for Achane, but it's not going to get done. Would I trade CD for Achane and Ridley? What about that, bro? Even Kamara for Achane and Ridley, I would potentially do. I don't know if anybody on the line here would do that. Would you guys rather have Achane and Ridley over CD and Achane and Ridley over Kamara? Kamara's tougher, but, I mean, Achane is arguably, in my eyes, better once he's back. And I think Ridley is good enough value that makes me want to do that trade. And since I'm a Niners fan, let me drop this here. What do you guys think on that?
Probably take the Kamara side.
And it's understandable. On the clock here with... why is this not sticking in there? On the clock here with... I'm going to go Tony Pollard here. I got Tony Pollard, Travis Kelce, and Pat Mahomes. Not bad. SF Flood, thank you very much. Larry dropping a $2. I see nothing attached. I'll try and see if you got another message somewhere. Please include the message with it because I won't see the comments next to it by the time I get to it. $10 hauler from my boy Hoosiers. Coming in strong, Hoosiers. Pittman, Goff, AJ, Barkley. Flex option concern me. Hopkins matchup. JSN, Wilson Jr. I'd probably go Wilson Jr., bro. I just think he's going to get a good amount of work this time around, but it's risky. I mean, D-Hop is okay, serviceable, but I'd go Wilson Jr. in this one. I do think he'll get worked, and I think the run game's going to get back on track. And this $20 hauler from SF Flood.
Alert. Super chat alert.
$20 super chat. $20 super chat.
Alert. Super chat alert.
10, 11, 12, let's go 15, 13, 14. Rah! All right. Yeah, it's working. It's doing it live. Thank you, SF Flood. He said, since I am a Niners fan, what do the Cardinals do with Kyler and Williams? I don't think the Cardinals have a shot at Caleb at this point. So they're rolling with Kyler. And bringing him back so early, to me, makes me feel like... Hold on, I'm going to go Pacheco here. It makes me feel like they're throwing the shot at even diving and getting into the conversation of the top 1 or 2 quarterbacks. They're throwing that one out the window, that opportunity. So I think Kyler is staying. I think they'll explore a trade if something presents itself, but I do feel like Kyler's got a shot to rebound, and this coaching staff seems pretty competent. They're doing a good job with a very little, and they're not even diving. Like, they're doing a good job. So they're trying hard, and I think Kyler has a shot. I've been very critical of Kyler. I don't think he deserved the contract yet. He hasn't proven it. But, look, the Cardinals have a better shot with Kyler than any other opportunity they have in front of them, unless they dove properly and got Caleb. And then I probably would have rather traded Kyler, and even if it was to take, like, let me put it this way. If the Cardinals would have taken Kyler to move whatever first rounder doesn't get high enough in the top 10, let's say they only have the number, let's say they dove properly and got their own number 1 overall pick. But then Houston's not going to get the number 1, number 2, number 3. They're doing pretty well. If Houston gets, let's say, a 14 pick, 12 pick, 13 pick, whatever it is, I would trade Kyler to move that pick up and get more draft capital later as well. In order, if it's 2 first rounders, let's say, I don't know if Kyler would get 2 first rounders, but let's say he would, then you get 1 future first rounder, even if it's conditional, whatever, and then you're moving your first rounder up so that you can get Marvin Harrison Jr. and Caleb Williams. That's how I would have built the Arizona Cardinals walking into 2024. I just don't know. The Cardinals are really bad at drafting. They passed on Bijan. They passed on Najee. They kept passing on RBs when they want to run the ball. I know Connor's been okay, but it's been frustrating to watch the Cardinals on draft day. Been very frustrating. Pickens, Olave. Let's go. I'm going to go Ridley here. I think Ridley has a big game. Put my money where my mouth is. Here's my team so far. Mahomes, Pollard, Pacheco, Devonta Smith, Ridley, and Kelsey. I like that squad a lot. And then this last super chat here. Smitty, did you get my member chat? I did not. Let me look for it real quickly. Appreciate you. Celebrate. Andre says, start 5. Breece Hall, Pacheco, Gibbs, Ayuk, Flowers, Addison. Start 5. Breece Hall, Pacheco, Gibbs, Addison, Ayuk. But I hate sitting Flowers. Bro. That's really, really tough. And Klondike celebrating. Smitty, Graveyard Goat. Appreciate you, Klondike, celebrating your membership as well. Okay, let's go back to the phone lines. Terry, anything else you want to add, bro? We're going to jump in one more, guys.
No, just go out and get a win for week 8. I'm having to take it like a week at a time for one of my leagues because I'm like 3-4. But a lot of it has to do with because I traded Gibbs for Bijan, and not Bijan but Saquon, and I went because they're not using him right. So Gibbs, I love Gibbs, but Detroit's not using him right. But if you got Montgomery in there, I mean, at least, I 100% agree with you. At least give the guy, carry, at least a fourth of the carries,
Yeah, more than a fourth. They need to give him
Gibbs
half
is
the carries.
very explosive.
They need to
I
give him
love
half the
Gibbs.
carries. All right, Terry, appreciate you, buddy. Call in again.
Yeah.
We appreciate you calling in, man.
I'm sorry about the mistake, man.
Don't apologize to me.
All right.
Just send the trade back to each other and accept it. That's the easiest way to undo it. Thank you, Terry.
And then Ron will go in and do some negotiating.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Terry. You're good.
Yeah. And then we'll figure all this out.
All right, later, Terry.
Yeah.
Terry.
Sounds good. All right. Take care, Rock out.
All right. This membership here, drop one for KJSN. Drop one for a kicker. JSN, Hunt, Henderson, Charbonnet. I'm probably going to drop, I guess, Hunt. JSN if you don't need a wide receiver whatsoever, but I think Hunt's pretty serviceable this week, so it's probably going to burn to watch Hunt do well if you cut him, but I'd just rather have JSN long term. So if we're talking long term, I'm keeping JSN. If you're talking short term, you're probably going to want to keep Hunt this week if you need him for any reason. I'm in the one spot out of baby. Goff or Kyler as a backup. Kyler scores a lot of fantasy points. He's a good fantasy football quarterback. But you're not crazy to go Goff, I guess. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to roll with, I don't have any McCaffrey teams yet for week number 8, so I'm going to go. Yeah, I do. I think I drafted the other night. I'll go McCaffrey here at the one spot, though. Rarely get the one spot, so I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it when I can get it. Travis, any final thoughts?
Yeah, do you want to, would you go with T-Law or Love tomorrow? I'm just looking at the weather, and I think it's either Pittsburgh or Jacksonville, wherever they're playing. It's supposed to be raining there, but
T-Law cannot get a break.
I'm kind of leaning. I'm leaning T-Law. Did you say T-Law?
No, I said T-Law usually can't get a break.
I know. I was kind of leaning T-Law, but do you have an opinion on T-Law or Love tomorrow?
That's tough, man.
Yeah.
I think I go T-Law. I mean, T-Law is playing good. I know people don't think he is because they got their fantasy football mind cap on, but he's been playing good. He's had two international games and a freaking Thursday night game, and he's been playing fairly well. He hasn't connected with Ridley on several, deep balls throughout the whole year. It's been very bad luck for both of them in terms of connecting. I just think it comes together, but I could be wrong on that. Jordan Love's a really good play if Aaron Jones is actually close to 100%. But that's a tough one. We'll have to look at all the weather tomorrow, though, to really kind of know for sure.
Does Love's completion percentage, does that worry you, or you think that's just a young quarterback that's just kind of?
If I thought he'd continue it, yeah, but I think again it's about Aaron Jones. The glue of the team's been missing, and Christian Watson's been injured, and it's been disastrous. I mean, those are really good weapons. You take away Kelsey from Mahomes, and it's hard for him. Even hard for Mahomes. Even hard for Josh Allen to lose. Let's say Diggs. Josh Allen would be far less effective. So I think Love hasn't been given enough credit when he's had Aaron Jones, quite arguably his number one receiver is Aaron Jones, has been out the entire year practically. So except for week 1. So I go T-Law, but we need to know in the morning. We'll hit the weather and stuff, and we'll be able to get a better handle on it.
All right, thanks, Smitty.
All right, later, pal. Let's go with Kamara and Puka Nacua. So my team so far. All right. Anything else rock out?
Yeah. Were you thinking Hal or Russ?
Russell Wilson?
Yeah.
I guess Howell. I don't know. Russell Wilson.
Yeah, no, another bad option.
I don't know. That's awful. KC's tough, man. They've been playing. Their defense has been playing really tough. I'm not going Russell Wilson. I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. How's at least been good this year at times. So, all right, rock out. Later, pal. Good luck with that one. Call in tomorrow with it if you're still wavering on it. Later, pal. All right, we're heading back to the 10-second phone calls. So the person on the line right now is going to be Sebastian. You got 30 seconds, bro. Get your question in before the 30's up, or I cut you off, and I'm going to answer the question the best I can. Go.
Hi, how you doing? I'm punching my RB2.
Whoa.
On the straight, it would be my AJ Brown and Garrett Wilson with the Michael Pullman on a sell high for Jalen Waddle by 18 low. What do you think of that?
What? Just tell me the trade. Don't tell me the commentary because you're confusing the hell out of me. Say it again. You tell me.
AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson, and Foreman.
Okay.
His side is going to be Waddle, Achane, and Andrews.
Okay. Achane and Andrews.
And
you're like trying to preface it to influence me, but I don't need that part. I just need the trade, and I'm going to say, bro, that I'd rather have the Waddle, Achane, and Andrews side by a freaking country mile.
All right, perfect. I'm going to send out that trade, and thank you.
Is he going to do it?
I mean, he might. They look at the trade graders. They don't really look at the upside.
All right.
Kind of in a grandma league.
Yeah, do it. Dial it up, bro. Smash.
Like that. Appreciate it.
Later. And that's assuming he needs a tight end and everything, though. We got Grant from Cali. You got 30.
Smitty. Aaron Jones for starting tomorrow. Aaron Jones over Roshan. Aaron Jones over Chuba, and Aaron Jones over Deontay, right? Foreman?
Aaron Jones over Roshan, Chuba Hubbard, and who?
Foreman.
Yeah. That's easy. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna time out here. I gotta pick somebody. I'm gonna go bounce back Devonta Smith season, baby. So we got Tua Tagovailoa, Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara, Puka Nacua, and Devonta Smith. Okay. Yeah, Jones over Foreman and any of those guys. Those are, DeMarcado and those are Aaron Jones might still be risky. We don't fully know. We don't know. There's risk involved, sure. But am I passing on that? Hell no. Not over those options. Right. Not Foreman. Like Foreman's splitting time too, All right. But hey,
that's what I figured. Okay.
But trust your gut. Could Foreman have 2 touchdowns and 100 yards? It's possible. I can't say.
That's what's frustrating about this whole backfield for both teams. You know what I'm saying? And to screw me even more, Smitty, I have Bijan tomorrow. So it's like, man, I could go really bad direction or really good direction. So I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
All right, later, bro.
Good one.
That's tough. That's tough. All right, we're gonna do one more for fun. Oh, I'm still in that one. Active. My bad. One more for fun. Yeah, that's Aaron Jones is tough. It's tough. He's busted, so far. But that's why he's a good buy low, because his owner is going to be so frustrated with him that you can get him pretty easily. Debo was out last week too, so super fit. Yeah, Debo's going to rest up on the bye week, but I don't know why they're not doing the same thing with Brock Purdy. It's really, really ridiculous. It is very ridiculous. I know Brock Purdy wants to play, but you can't do that. Ridley or Garrett Wilson. I mean, this could go either way. I love both of them, bro. It's a pretty 50-50 coin toss decision, in my opinion. I love Ridley this week. I like Garrett Wilson this week. They're both pretty dead even. In fact, I didn't get a video up in time. I don't think I can. I might do it. I can't. I don't even have time. Devonta Smith, Garrett Wilson, Ridley, buy low wide receivers. I'm sure one or two of them have a shot to disappoint a little bit or a lot, or maybe one of them will disappoint a lot. The other two will bounce back and you won't be able to buy them low anymore. I've talked enough about them all week, but I wanted to do a separate video on it, but I didn't get a chance to do it in time. I'm on the clock here, and we're going to go with, let's roll with Ingram. Your boy got 88.5, highest scoring projected team of the group. Let's look at this beauty one more time. Tua Tagovailoa, Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara, Puka Nacua, Devonta Smith, and Evan Ingram doing it live, 88.5 points projected. And let's get into one more draft. For some reason, I got to unplug my phone when I jump into it. Battle Royale, week number 8. Click the green button right now. Jump into the next draft. There's a little bit of a YouTube delay, so hit the button now. Hopefully, you guys get in with me. And we jump into this draft together. So jump in right now. We'll try and time it right together. And we may have filled up right away when I clicked it. If you don't get into this one, get into another one. Okay? And just draft alongside of me, and we'll do it together. Do it live. Doing it live. Your boy got the one pick again. I guess do I go McCaffrey? You're late, Smitty. Tomorrow is Sunday. Not on my clock, baby. Tomorrow is 20 minutes away. Would you rather keep CMC? I don't know, Ray. Over what? What are we talking about, Ray? He who collects celebrating 12-month membership, T-Law or CJ Stroud tomorrow. Stroud safer. Like, you want steady Eddie, go Stroud. You want higher risk, higher reward, I go T-Law, but that's me. I love T-Law. We got to check the weather in the morning for some of these games too, guys. So know that what I say now could change tomorrow when we do the weather. Smitty looking jacked, my boy. I've been lifting. You guys are my trainers. You've been seeing me lift here. You are my evidence. Now, do I go... I'm going to go McCaffrey here. They probably lean on the man. They probably lean on him pretty hardcore tomorrow. I don't want to oversaturate all my teams with McCaffrey, though, because, he still is banged up a little bit, and I don't know. Look at those bulging biceps, Dan Smitty, them pull-ups doing you good. Well, they're not just pull-ups. We're doing curls, we're doing tries, we're doing shoulders, and every time there's a $20 hauler, I put in a set live on the show. So every single workout except for my running at night, and I do some push-ups and burpees, but they're all done live. My whole workout's live, every single show. Flex 1, Deontay, Madison, or Roshan. I don't like any of these options, man. I guess Madison until we know what's what with Roshan, but I'd be tempted to go Roshan there just because I don't know what's up with Madison. But there's got to be another option. If not, I don't know. Chad, if you have a different opinion. Shirts are looking like mediums. I do have to pull down the sleeve a lot. It's a little uncomfortable. And if I do that, I look a lot skinnier, like right now. It's just they rise up. It's more my shoulders. My shoulders are pulling a lot of the shirt up. It's not my arms. Because look, right now, I can pull the shirt down. It looks fine. It's not crazy. It's my shoulders are growing. Now my lats are growing, and it's just pulling my shirts up. And now I'm like... And I'm running into walls a little more because you get used to your size and you start timing your corners right, and it's boom right into the corner. Just miss it by like 2 inches. Just real late at night. Just, I'm okay. These are larges, not mediums. Smitty doesn't matter. The Chiefs are scoring 35 tomorrow. Attaboy. Christopher Smith dropping another 20. Says, get a set in. Did you say $20 holla? Says Chris. 20. Did you say $20 holla?
Alert. Super chat alert.
$20 super chat. $20 super chat.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Nine, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16. Don't quit. 17, 19, 20. Oh, God, am I on the clock yet? No, I'm not. All right, here we go. We're going to go ETN season. We're going to go Puka Nacua season. So we're going to roll with McCaffrey, ETN, Puka. Oops. Doing it live. Christopher, thank you. You moonshot monster, you. You moonshot monster, you. This might be the last one of the night. Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty if you want to jump into a draft just like this. Even after we leave, you can get in your own draft. Every day is draft day on Underdog Fantasy. Really, every single day. You don't have to wait until next season if your team's in the crapper or you just want a little extra fantasy football goodness. 971 caller. Who is this? Where are you calling from? Jimmy from Oregon. Jimmy, you're from Oregon, aren't you?
Yeah.
You know how I know that?
How?
Because you say Oregon correctly. Are you from Oregon? What's up, Jimmy?
I got a pretty difficult flex decision. I've got Ridley, London, Pickens, or Metcalf.
Ridley, London, Pickens, or Metcalf. I'd probably say that's really sloppy writing there. My arms are shaking from the working out here. I would say Ridley's like the sneaky play, but Pickens is probably your safe play. But if you want high risk, high reward, I mean, I do think Ridley does explode back, but you can wait on it. But again, you're running the risk of having that like hateful feeling where you're like, son of a B, son of a freaking B. The moment I sit the man, he explodes, and then you don't get to relish in anything. Then you hate Ridley. Then Ridley failed you. But if he goes out and drops a nothing burger and Pickens has 100 yards and a touchdown, you're going to be pissed too. So either way, you're going to be pissed, but if you don't get it right. I would say at the end of the day, Pickens probably has 10 points at the minimum. So, like, you'll probably be okay no matter what. DK's hard to sit, but he's been banged up. I think Pickens is the answer. Let's see what the chat thinks. Can we get a chat vote? Ridley, Pickens, or what was the other option?
London or Metcalf.
Yeah. Let's get a little vote action on, guys. Drop a vote, please.
London's had a pretty good few weeks, actually.
Yeah, London has been pretty good. Let's see what the chat thinks here. Pickens on pace for over 1,400 yards, says Travis. Pickens versus trade for Ridley. Yeah, I have Pickens. Hold Pickens. Yeah, hold Pickens. Ridley for the moon shot, says Sam. Pickens says that boy. I think the consensus will be Pickens.
Yeah.
We got one DK vote, but you're not going to be upset, I think, with Pickens. You're going to get something good. It's just a matter of, is this the 1 touchdown or 2 touchdown 100-yard game? 120 and a touch or something like that. I feel like that game's coming. But, man, I mean, Pickens is safer. He is safer, bottom line.
Yeah, I have him in there now, but with Ridley, it's like 20 points or bust.
Yeah,
so
it's really two or three or 25. And I believe the range for Pickens, it's not like Pickens can't have the 25-point game. It's just the odds of it are probably a little lesser because of the offensive limitations. But I would say his range is like 8 to 18, and Ridley's like 3 to 25. So,
yeah.
All right, bro.
Thanks.
Later, broski. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Really is a tough guy to sit, though. I mean, Pickens too. I hate these questions. They're so close. I don't hate the questions. I just hate that I want both of them in the lineup. It's not that I hate the question. They're too close. I want both Pickens and Ridley in lineups. I want them all in lineups. ETN is a problem for Ridley. ETN is a problem. I don't know if ETN is a problem for Ridley as much as Zay Jones being out is made Ridley have to do a lot of the deep threat stretching the field, and it's made his target share. Smitty, you getting that horseshoe tricep, my boy? I don't know what that means, Sam. I don't know if that's good or bad. What you're talking about, the horseshoe tricep. What's that? Is that good? I don't see a horseshoe going on here. I don't know what a horseshoe is. Is horseshoe bad? Good? What's that mean? What's that mean? What's up, Jason? You're live.
How you doing, man?
Good. You got 30.
Copy. All right. So I got Josh Allen and Kincaid to the moon.
Attaboy.
37 to start the week.
Attaboy.
I got T. Higgins, Devontae Smith, Kenneth Walker, Pacheco, Zay Flowers, and Christian Kirk in my lineup. And then I was wondering if I should swap either of my flex, Christian Kirk or Zay Flowers, for Darrell Henderson Jr.
So it's say it again. Flowers.
It's Kirk and Flowers in the flex.
Kirk or Flowers, or what was the third option?
Darrell Henderson.
Oh, Hendy.
And I'm playing the Kelsey owner this week.
Okay.
Who has Jahmyr Gibbs also?
Kirk is safer. Flowers is a little riskier, but might. I don't even know if he has much more upside, but I just feel like a big game for Flowers. But Kirk is the guy that's been pretty steady. I think you're getting. I think you're getting like 10 plus point, 10, 11, 12, no matter what from him, kind of. I think Kirk's been pretty steady. I just really like Flowers this week, and I'm fearful that on the bench he's going to piss off a lot of people on the bench. But Kirk is really steady.
So who is it you think Kirk's the safe play? Flowers is the risky play?
Yeah. Risky, high risk, high reward. But yeah, Kirk is the safer play for sure. And your boy came in first again in projected points real quick. Hold on 1 second. Let me just show my team. Joe Burrow, Christian McCaffrey, Travis Etienne, Puka Nacua, Devonta Smith, and Evan Ingram. Let's go one more. Let's go one more for fun. Click that Battle Royale Week 8 button. I'm going to get out of it. It makes me do this little.
All right. Thanks for your help, Smith.
Hey, you got anything else?
I was just wondering, because it's the two spots, should I play Hendy over Flowers or play Flowers in the play?
Oh, so you get two of them?
Yeah.
I would go Flowers over Hendy. I don't hate it. I don't hate Hendy. I think Hendy's pretty safe, but I just like Flowers more. So these are my two picks then. If I get two of them, that's great. Yeah. I'd put Hendy on the bench. Hendy's a nice play, but you got a problem on your hands. Cool. You know, it's a tough one.
Yeah, I think I'll run with the wideouts, even though the running back,
especially in PPR,
seems like the volume might be there.
Is it
it's
full
a PPR league? Yeah.
Yeah, then it's a pretty easy call. Like Flowers is getting.
I figured I'd ask.
Flowers is getting more and more involved, and he's had a like when you look at the yardage and the numbers, like he's had a really good rookie year. He's been really good.
So I appreciate your help. I don't want to take the time from anyone else.
You're fine, bro. Call back if you have another one. That's why the phone line's here later. All right, Chris, you're up.
Yes, sir.
Chris, you're live.
Yeah, brother. Appreciate you. I just got this. His Devontae Smith and Brandon Ayuk for my Puka Nacua.
Oh man.
I've been struggling with it since about 6 p.m.
Yeah. That's so tough. I mean, this is a lot of talent here. The problem is this guy's playing out of his mind, and these guys are not. They're up and down. So, like, there really isn't a decision here. Even though we want to believe in Devonta Smith, and I truly do, you know, what do you know right now to be true and certain? You know? What do you know to be true and certain? This guy is exploding, and it hasn't subsided.
Yeah.
So there's really no dilemma here. Even if you end up being wrong, the logical choice right now is the guy going nuts. This guy's up and down, really down right now. I do believe he rebounds, but you're not going to buy him or sell him, or you're selling him around his fair market value. His fair market value is down. Ayuk is up and down. This guy's consistently exploding. There's really no dilemma at the end of the day. Not right now with the fair market values of all three of them. Yeah, Puka.
I know Cup owners don't want to hear this, but I think that Nacua is going to be the one. I mean, don't get me wrong, Cup is amazing, but I think he's going to pull coverage, and Nacua is just really going to eat.
I agree with you that he'll stay good, but I think they're going to rotate. Who's going to rotate in more to the big games? I don't know. That could be Puka, but I think Cup's going to have yards and 2 touchdowns, and Puka's going to have 40, 50, 60 yards and no touchdowns one game. I think it will be a rotation. But I think if we've learned anything so far, and I took a big lap after week 1 because I didn't think he would continue, and he has. And I got on board pretty quickly, but I did, coming out of week 1, say I don't think that this is going to continue. And I took a huge lap on that. That was a big L on my part. But he's just, right now, what we know to be true is this man's blowing up. These guys are inconsistent. Take Puka.
Good deal.
All right, later, bro.
Appreciate it, brother.
Later.
Have a good night.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes sense. It's logical. Tristan, appreciate you. Sorry, I just forgot to add Pierce to the running back list. I think we saw this already, didn't we? What are we doing here with this? Tristan. What are we doing here? Traded Brian Robinson for Tank Dell and Pierce. Thoughts on my running backs now? Oh, yeah. Well, I knew you got Pierce because you told me. So thank you. I appreciate you. I'm up again in this draft. Mahomes and Kelsey are my QB and tight end. And now I'm sitting here and I'm going to probably I'll go Puka since we're talking about him. We got Puka Nacua at wide receiver. We got Patty Mahomes and Travis Kelsey. Feeling like that feels like one of those winners of week 8. I'm feeling pretty good about that trio right there. Tristan, appreciate your super chat again. I hope I didn't miss what you're trying to ask me there. Terry Roberts with a 20. Thank you, Smitty and Travis. Terry.
Alert. Super chat alert. Alert. Super chat alert. $13, $14, $15, $16, $19, $20.
Terry Roberts, appreciate you. Jason, thank you for your opinion. Always appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate you, Jason. You're the man, the myth, the legend. Terry Roberts, thank you as well for your $20 holler. Terry to the moon. On the clock. Casey's going to blow up. Let's go. Mahomie, Pacheco, Puka, Kelsey. I almost guarantee I'm the highest projected team of the 6 in this draft. And I'm feeling an 89-plus point projection, maybe breaching the 90s on this particular team. I'm feeling it right now. I'm feeling it right this very second. That boy, start Rashee Rice at wide receiver 3. Wait for Palmer news. Wait for what news? That Palmer is not the guy? He's not him? Rashee Rice might be him. So you're going to go ahead and go Rashee Rice, baby. You don't need to wait for nothing. Rashee Rice, you don't wait on Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice waits on you don't. He doesn't wait on Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice waits on you. I meant the other way around. He doesn't wait on you. You wait on him is what I meant to say. Put him in your lineup. Do it live. Okay, I'm on the clock. Man, is this the Bijan game? Bijan's very cheap. Kenneth Walker, I know he plays Cleveland, but he is so cheap. Oh, this could ruin it. I hate saying that about Bijan, but this could ruin it. I want Bijan. I hope this is his game. This 2 TD game, something. Mahomes, Pacheco, Bijan, Puka, Travis Kelsey. Please, Bijan. That could have been the winning ticket to it. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if that was smart. I hope it was smart. Chiefs D or 49ers? Probably Chiefs D. Great matchup. Chiefs defense, baby. Let's go. Smitty is a snowstorm in Denver. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, maybe that doesn't. I mean, maybe it still bodes very well. Look, you could sometimes it's wind, it's not snow. Sometimes you can have a 4 TD game in the snow. But yeah, maybe I'll mix up my teams and won't go all Chiefs. Don't put that out there, Jimmy. Pickens or Higgins this week? Probably Pickens, my bro. And let's go with my boy. Let's go with my boy Ridley on this one. Maybe they don't make me the highest projected team then. We'll have to see on the wins, Jimmy, 2 times. We don't know. If there's no wins, we'll have to find out in the morning. If there's no wins, I'm not as concerned. But if there are wins, definitely. 88.6, and I am the highest scoring team as projected. Look at this squad. Maybe there's no win. We'll see. Patty Mahomes, Isaiah Pacheco, Bijan, Puka Nacua, Ridley, and Travis Kelce. Fantastic. Let's do one more for fun. Click that Week 8 Battle Royale. Let me go ahead and once again disconnect my phone because it has trouble trying to locate my location when I plug it in for whatever reason. And we're going to hit enter. Or you already hit enter, but I'm going to hit it now so we're all kind of together here. Draft will fill up really quickly. Hit the button. And we're full. Your boy drafted from the 6th spot back to backs. Let's go. One more. This is one more draft. Underdog Fantasy, if you want to draft with us, especially, next time we do it every week. $500. They'll double your first deposit up to $500. Just hit that link. It's pinned in the live chat. It's also in the description of every video if you're watching a replay. And code Smitty also does the same thing. You just enter code Smitty, and it will do the same thing as hitting the link. The link inserts it for you. How is T-Law? What is this? Not being traded. Wait, what? How is T-Law in the rain? I don't know. We'll know more on the weather tomorrow. I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. Weather changes, and we'll have some more information in the morning. Do a trade Gibbs for Rashad White? No. I mean, I'm not doing that. You might want to do that. Thank you, Abe. Appreciate you. Smitty, next live stream, get a white tee. Why? Why, Sam? Why are we doing a white tee? He needs a white beater. I'll wear white beaters once I feel in really good shape. Absolutely. We'll wear those. I used to wear them when I was in good shape. Now I just feel like it shows your gut, and like I'm not. I need to drop some lbs. Trade Gibbs after tomorrow. Mr. TD, maybe. We just got to see what happens. Miami or KCD, I think. I think Russ Wilson's going to get worked. Because you jacked my boy. I don't know. Does white make you look jacked? I don't know what that means, though. White tee? Does white tee make you look... I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll wear a white tee. Yeah, I mean, I used to be really fit. Let's go. Let's say we got. Okay, we'll go Cooper Kupp. And we'll go, man. Maybe we'll stay away from Patty Mahomes. And this one, we'll go Jalen Hurts and just mix it up instead of just going Mahomes, KC, because the weather could be a factor. But I still think you can score a lot on weather. Bad weather. Full PPR. Start 1. Jordan Addison, Nico Collins, or Calvin Ridley. Jordan Addison's your safer play. As much as I love Ridley, and I do try and get him into your lineup, and as much as I love Nico, and I do try and get him into every lineup, I think the safest play here is Addison. He's getting fed a lot of targets. And start at quarterback, T-Law or Stroud. Stroud's safer, and T-Law is higher risk, higher reward. Kind of same thing. Same boat that you're in. If you want to go totally safe, go Addison and Stroud. But you are limiting some of the upside that you have. I personally would probably go T-Law and T-Law and I would go Addison. T-Law and Addison. as much as I want to go Ridley, I'd still go T-Law and Addison. You're at least hedging a little bit there. Am I the only one playing? I don't know, man. I don't know many people playing a Bears rookie quarterback that, I don't know. He's got a lot of pressure on him this game, too. It's a little different. I know everybody's expecting him to go out and have another great game, but he could have a lot of bad pressure on him that, like, this is his moment. He's got to do well or they're bringing Fields back. And I don't know. Tough to say. And in the Throne draft, I don't know if you guys remember the Throne League, but we've made some trades, and this is what our team looks like in the Throne League right now. It's pretty good. We're in the second to last playoff spot. We're in the 7th spot out of 8 teams, and 8 teams make the playoffs. But we have Burrow, Eckler. We just traded for Eckler. We have Breece Hall. We have St. Brown. We have Pickens. I think we have Ridley, right? Pickens, Ridley, and Kincaid. So that's our starting lineup right now. And Watson in a flex. I think that's our team. I think we have Ridley. I might be off on this and have an extra player there, but I'm pretty sure that's our Throne team. Maybe it's yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the team, if I'm remembering correctly. But that's our Throne draft, and I think it's going to be pretty good going forward. So, pretty excited about the moves we made in the Throne. Christopher dropping another 20 watt on screen. You absolute monster, you. Christopher to the freaking moon. Smitty, about to be in peak shape by end of year. I mean, maybe before Halloween. Let me hit this these double back-to-back picks real quick, and then I'm going to do my super chat. Then I'm going to hit Travis on the phone line. Hang tight, Travis. I've got so far on this squad Hurts and Cooper Kupp. I've got back-to-backs right here. I'm going to go, man, feels a little risky against the Dallas D, yet they're banged up. I'm going to go Puka and Cooper Kupp in this one, and I'm going to go JT doing it live. Oh, I should have, you know what, maybe I should have did. No, that's it. That was good. So, squad so far is Hurts, JT, Cooper Kupp, Puka. That's my team so far. Let me hit this $20.
Alert. Super chat alert.
$20 super chat. $20 super chat.
Alert. Super chat alert.
I mixed it up. I did 21 there. Did 7 half, 7 down half, and then 7 full. Travis, you're live.
Did we get Burrow in the Throne League, or are we still stuck in the middle of that trade?
Yeah, I got Roshan.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I missed that part earlier. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm curious to know what people think about this trade. Or I want to go. Christopher, thank you for the super chat. I want to get the vote, the vote from this community here. Let me see if I can get that.
We don't have Ridley though. We have
okay. Eckler. I thought I might have had Ridley on there and an extra guy.
Did you put Breece Hall?
Yeah. So the Eckler trade was Eckler and Christian Watson. No bye week. So bye week free for both these guys. And we traded for Eckler and Watson by giving up Puka and Pacheco. And, there's good arguments on both sides of this trade. I think. But to not have bye weeks for either one of these two guys, these both are bye week free. These two guys have not yet had their bye week. That is huge. And I put a post up on Instagram. And, of course, you're going to have all different sides of the communities coming in to vote for their community, so we're going to get a lot of negativity on it. You got worked, blah, blah, blah. But I'm curious to know what our chat thinks of this trade. Do you guys like – hold on one second. I'm going to go Goddard here. Do you guys like the Eckler and Watson side or the Pacheco and Puka Nacua side? Again, bye week incoming, bye week free, bye week free. Love to know what people think on this trade. I'd love to see.
Yeah, and we have pretty good depth at wide receiver with Amon-Ra and Pickens, and we traded some more depth to get Burrow, but so we could afford to give up Puka in that deal, I think.
Yeah, let's see what everybody thinks on this trade real quick. Vote real quick if you could. Let's see here. Not big on Watson. What I find funny, though, is everybody will say something about, like, the one piece. Like, I don't really like Watson without, like, there's the bigger picture. Like, you're getting Eckler. Remember that. You're also getting no buys. And even if you doubt Watson a little bit, there's still more to the trade. Puka, Pacheco. There's going to be a lot of Puka votes, I think, here. Eckler side, no bye weeks. That's the other part that I feel like everybody's overlooking. That's like 50 points. That's like 50 more points maybe, or at least 40. It could be 40 points if they have a big week. 40 points more maybe that we're getting out of this combination right here in a tight playoff race where we're in the 7th seed and these two guys have buys. Like, it, in some cases you got to ask yourself, what happens if we lose both the weeks that we have these guys going out and then we don't make the playoffs and we can't even use anything? So this is putting us, I think, in I don't want to say guaranteed to make the playoffs, but a much, much higher likelihood we make the playoffs because we have no bye weeks going forward. And yeah, we're putting a lot on Eckler, but the moment Eckler goes out and has a Eckler of old game, if he does, then everyone's going to be right. Anybody that says this side's better is going to be right back on this side of the train. And if he goes out and has a 40-yard, no touchdown game, Pacheco, everyone's going to be like, oh, Cooper Kupp's the guy again. I mean, everybody's kind of on and off that.
I like how we made that move too. Now that we've paired it with the Burrow move, so like obviously we're all in. We took some risk, but if 3/4 of those players hit, we're in a much better spot.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. It was worth a gamble for sure in our situation because this is the Throne League and it was a community vote. We took it to a handful of voters and got that. Shoddy, appreciate you. All right, Travis, what else you got?
No, I was just calling to chime in on that. I'm all set. So
okay.
I'll talk to you later.
All right, thanks, Travis. Later, pal.
Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, I figure there's going to be some mixed reactions on that one. Just stream the bye weeks. Not as easy as it sounds, Michael. In a league with, experts and the communities are the waiver wire's got nothing on it, and everyone's decimated with injuries. And I think it was a good move. I think it was a really good move. I think it's risky, but it's certainly got a lot of upside. Outside of Amon-Ra, who would be the best and most consistent wide receiver to pair with Jahmyr? I don't know, Earl. That's a really loaded question. Tough to say. Kevin says you messed up on that trade. I didn't mess up on the trade because it was a group trade. It was a community trade. Where were you, Kevin? I think thinking Eckler for sure isn't going to bounce back. Like, there's a reason Eckler wasn't a void for me. I knew he missed time. But that doesn't mean when he's on the field he won't be productive and great and in top 5 overall potential. So coming in and buying him low once he's back healthy and plays a lot fewer games, so staying healthy will be easier. I love it. Look, the community voted on it. Just Kevin, so you know, or was it Kevin? Community voted on it, Kevin, so I didn't mess nothing up. The community messed it up, if you want to say that. Our community, you could say that if you wanted, but Kevin, you gotta come in and vote, bro. But I wouldn't undo it if I could. If it was up to me to undo, I'm telling you, I wouldn't undo it. And I love Pacheco, but I wouldn't undo it. There's a lot of question on all sides of the trade, but when you don't have a guaranteed playoff spot and you could literally come in and get 2 extra games, essentially, one of them being Eckler. And if you believe in Christian Watson, which some people don't, some people do. 1 in the morning, and I'm your man, the myth, the legend, Smitty. Appreciate you. I still don't think Eckler is 100% Shamrock. I don't think he was last week. But, oh, I know. It's all right, Kevin. It's all good. Okay, so let me answer these questions and then we're out of here. 3 and 4, Tua, Eckler, Brees, Cooper, Kupp, Bijan, Kincaid, Kyler. Eckler, Brees, Kupp, really good. Tua, like it. Really good team. Amon-Ra, Olave, fantastic. Honestly, I don't think I'm doing much with this team. You got enough depth that I don't know that I mess with anything. Unless you're trading like a lot, if you're trying to trade like Kyler and Olave to get a Diggs, a Chase, St. Brown, you know what I mean? Like moving Kyler to a team that's quarterback needy. Past that, I think I leave your depth alone and I stand down. You got so much talent, bro. You could take that into the promised land. And this one right here, the last super chat of the night from Shoddy. Smitty, I need 2 running backs, 1 wide receiver, and a flex. You're going to go Bijan and Walker. 2 running backs, Bijan and Walker. Oh, you got Gibbs. I don't know what you do here, bro. What are you doing with that? You got to make some trades. What are you doing, Shoddy? You can't sit any of these guys. Differently, Kirk or Pickens. I'm going to go Pickens. But what are you doing here? You got to make some trades. I don't know. How do you sit any of these guys? How do you sit Gibbs? How do you sit Pacheco if he's going to get, spoon-fed in the snow? How do you sit Walker, even though it's a tough matchup? But, I mean, you could go Gibbs and Brees Hall at your running back positions and then maybe Walker. Gibbs, Brees Hall, Walker. That's your 2 RBs and a flex. And your wide receiver is going to probably be Addison for safety. But good God, my man, you gotta make a trade. You have to. You have to make a trade. That team is way too good to be messing around with that every week. You're going to get that wrong 7 times out of 10, bro. There's no way you even get that right 50% of the time. I don't think as a group think we could get it right 50% of the time. Minshew, Tyrod, I'm going to go Minshew. He's been doing pretty well. Balled out last week. And flex, Watson, Hendy, Garrett Wilson, Waller. I'm going to go Garrett Wilson. I think Garrett Wilson's really solid going forward. He had a brutal schedule, and he gets to come out swinging. All right, I appreciate you, Mayor Everett. I probably go Mayor, Chris. I'm out of here. Appreciate you all. Thank you for joining me. See you tomorrow, 1 hour before kickoff. Appreciate all my super chatters, all my $20 haulers. Christopher dropping a 20 wad. Terry Roberts at 20. Christopher Smith again a 20. SF Flood with a 20. SF Flood with a 20. Christopher Smith with a 50. SF Flood with a $19.99 hauler. And then Christopher with a 50. XDS with a 20. You guys are unbelievable. And yeah, I'll see you all 1 hour before kickoff. 8 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, live whenever news breaks, and of course live every single Sunday morning before kickoff, live after all the games on Sunday, live after every Monday night game, and live after every Thursday night game. Basically, after the games, we come in and do a reaction show after each set of games. So the Monday games, the Sunday games, the Thursday game. If there's 2, Monday games, we're live after the second one. So anytime games end that day, game day, we go live whenever news breaks, 8 p.m. Monday through Friday. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. You found your new home. Thank you to all my super chatters. I will see you all in the morning, 1 hour before kickoff. Deuces. Thomas with a late $5 hauler. Yo, Smitty slept better after acquiring Achane yesterday. I bet you did. I bet you slept like a baby. Trade my Kincaid and Charbonnet PPR. What is this? Trade my Kincaid and Charbonnet PPR. Need one running back, 2 flex. Hendo, Foreman, Aaron Jones, C. Watson, Dell. Traded my Kincaid and Charbonnet. Oh, for Achane. I got you. 1 running back, 2 flex. I would go Aaron Jones, Watson, Dell. It's a little risky, but that's how I roll, baby. If you want to take Watson out, you can put Hendo or Foreman in. I'd be okay with that. I wouldn't do it, but I'd be okay with it. See you all later. People are getting burrowed left and right, and people are going to remember it.
Get burrowed.
Brees Hall is 8 foot tall. He will always answer the mother freaking call. Don't let him fall. In the third, don't stall. Just give Batman the freaking football.
He's Brees. He's Brees.
He does a hell of a job. A hell of a job. A hell of a job.
Brees Hall, please report to the moon.
He does a hell of
Get breached.